Hello everyone, I'm Paul and this is problem 3620, Network Recovery Pathways. This is a reasonably hard problem and next I will show you my thought process and how to solve it. We are given a directed acyclic graph with n nodes from 0 to n minus 1. Here you have a visual example. Some of these nodes are offline and some are online. We are given a Boolean array online where each element is either true or false. If it's true, it means that the ith node is online. For example, in this case, every value is true, which means that all the nodes are online. A path from 0 to n minus 1 is valid if we meet these two conditions. All intermediate nodes on the path are online and the total recovery cost of all edges on the path does not exceed k. The score of each valid path is the minimum edge cost along the path and we have to return the maximum path score, which means the largest minimum edge cost among all valid paths. If there's no valid path, we need to return -1 instead. So let's see what this means. We are given three variables, an array with edges, where each value is an array with three elements, source, destination, and weight. For example, here we go from node 0 to node 1 and the weight is 5. Then we have an array with booleans to keep track of the online status. For example, here node number 2 is online and we have an integer k. We are trying to go from the source to the destination, which is the largest node, in this case 3. And we have two choices in this scenario. We can go either left or right. If we decide to go left, node number 1 is online, so we are good to go. We can explore this path. The total sum of the weights is 10 plus 5, which is 15, and 15 is larger than k. But here it says that we have a valid path if intermediate nodes are online and the total cost is smaller or equal to k. Here 15 is larger than k, so this is not a valid path and we can explore this path now. Node number 2 is online, so we are good to go. The total path sum is 4 plus 3, which is 7, and 7 is smaller than k, so now we meet these two conditions, which means that this is a valid path. And the minimum edge cost in this path is 3, so the result in this case is 3. The largest minimum edge cost among all valid paths is 3. Here we only have one valid path, so we just take the minimum between 4 and 3. Now, as you can see, there's a lot going on here, so let's try to reduce the problem. Let's say that we don't have k, and we are just looking for the minimum edge cost among valid paths. We know that the minimum edge cost has to be somewhere in the shortest path from the source to the destination. How do we find the shortest path in a graph with positive weights? Well, we can use Dijkstra. In this scenario, this is the shortest path, meaning the path with the smallest weight sum, and the smallest edge cost is 3. And whenever I see something like this, largest minimum, minimum largest, or something similar, I'm automatically thinking about binary search. And just to be clear, if we're looking for the largest minimum cost, it means that we might have more than one valid path, because a path is valid if intermediate nodes are online and the total cost is smaller or equal to k. So this means that we can use binary search to find the largest cost that we can use as a lower bound as a minimum limit in a valid path. So let's see how this works. First, this is a graph problem, so we can build an adjacency list from these array edges. In case you know how this works, here we have nodes as unique keys and values are information of every edge. Here we have tuples where the first element is the weight, the second element is the destination. For example, this means that from node number 0, we can go to either node 1 or node 2, and the corresponding weights are 5 and 3, okay? Now let's say for a moment that node number 2 is offline, which means that here we have a false. How can we handle this? Well, as we iterate edges to build the adjacency list, whenever we find a 2, we can skip the corresponding edge. Here we have a 2, so we skip this. Here we have another 2, so we skip this. And with this information, we can build an adjacency list with this information. Okay, so now we don't have to worry about the array online anymore. This is our only source of truth. Now here we are running a binary search to find the largest valid edge weight. And the possible edge weights go from 3 to 10. Here is the minimum edge weight and here is the maximum edge weight. The midpoint is somewhere here, but we are rounding down this value, so we start from 6. Now we can run Dijkstra to check if this is a valid minimum weight in the shortest path from the source to the destination. Let's see what this means. Remember that in Dijkstra we need a heap. This means that first we pop tuples with the minimum first element. Here we use first the weight and then the corresponding node. For example, this means that we start from node number 0 and the accumulated weight at this point is 0. We also need an array for distances. The distance from the source to the source is 0, and every other distance can be either positive infinity or k plus 1. Why? Well, because we are looking for the shortest path, and if we are looking for the minimum number, it makes sense to start from large numbers. And we can say while we have something in the heap, we pop the first tuple. So first we are standing here, and we need to check what are the corresponding neighbors. Here we have nodes 1 and 2. Let's say that we try to go to node 1. We know that the corresponding edge weight in this case is 5, and 5 is smaller than the current minimum weight. We are testing this. Given that 5 is smaller than 6, this is no longer the minimum weight, which means that we can't go to this node. We have to continue with the next neighbor. Next, we try to go to node 2. Here the weight is 3, which is smaller than the current minimum weight. So we can't go here neither. At this point the heap is empty, so we end here, return false, which means that we need to reduce this low bound. And how do we reduce the midpoint in binary search? Well, we can move right to wherever we have mid -1. Now the right pointer is here and the midpoint is 4, which means that we are trying a minimum weight of 4. We can repeat the exact same process. First we pop this, which means that we are standing at the source and we need to check neighbors. They are 1 and 2. So let's say that we try to go to 1. Here the corresponding weight is 5, which is larger than the current minimum weight. So this is still a valid minimum weight. We are good to go. We can actually go here. Now, we need to check in the distances array at this node, meaning here, if this number is strictly larger than the accumulated weight. How do we get the accumulated weight? Well, we take the current weight, 5, plus the accumulated weight at the previous node. We have that number here. 5 plus 0 is equal to 5. Given that 5 is strictly smaller than distances at index 1, we can replace this number with 5. Okay? And just to be clear, this makes sense because 5 is smaller than k. If you decide to start with infinity everywhere here instead of k plus 1, you have to check that every accumulated weight is smaller or equal to k. Now, given that we can go to this node, we need to add it to the heap. So here we add a tuple with the weight first, the accumulated weight, which is 5, and then the node 1. Now from 0 we have one more neighbor, node number 2. So what if we try to go here? Well, we know that the edge weight is 3, and 3 is smaller than the current minimum weight, so we can't go here. That's it. Given that we have one element in the heap still, we can pop this, which means that we are standing here. Now we can repeat the same process. We check neighbors, we only have node number 3, and the corresponding weight in this case is 10, which is larger than the minimum weight. So we could go here technically. The thing is that in distances at node number 3 we have 11, and the current accumulated weight is given by the edge weight 10 plus the accumulated weight at the previous node 5. 10 plus 5 is equal to 15. Given that 15 is larger than 11, well, we have to keep 11 here, which means that we can't go here. Now the heap is empty and we never reach the destination, so we can return false. This means that we need to reduce this number, and the way to do this in binary search is we move right to where we have mid -1. Now left and right are here, so the midpoint is here also, which means that the current minimum weight is free and we can start all over again. We start from the source, we pop this, we check neighbors, they are 1 and 2, so if we try to go to 1, 5 is larger than 3, we can technically go there, so we check the distances array at index 1, 11 is larger than 5 plus 0, so we can replace this with 5, which means that we can actually go here, so we add a tuple with the current accumulated weight at this point 5 and the node is 1. If we decide to go to this neighbor, the corresponding weight 3 is equal to the current minimum weight, so we are good to go. If we check the distances array at index 2, 11 is larger than 3 plus 0, so we can actually go here. We replace this with 3 and we need to add a tuple here with the weight 3 and the node 2. Now we pop the next element in the heap, which is the one with the smallest first number, which means that we pop this. We are standing at node number 2, and from here we check neighbors, we only have a 3, and the corresponding weight is 4, 4 is greater than 3, so we are good to go. The accumulated weight is 4 plus the accumulated weight at this point, meaning 3. 4 plus 3 is equal to 7, and 7 is smaller than 11, so we can replace this with 7. We need to add a tuple with the new information, so here we put the weight 7 and the node is 3. Now we still have tuples here, so we pop the first element in the heap. 5 is smaller than 7, so we pop this. We are standing here. We only have one neighbor, which is 3. 10 is larger than the current minimum weight, so we are good to go. The accumulated weight is 10 plus the accumulated weight at this point, meaning 5, and the result is 15. Given that 15 is larger than 7, we keep 7 here, which means that we don't go here from this node. Now we still have one tuple in the heap, so we pop it, which means that we are standing here. And given that 3 is the destination, we can end the loop now and return true right away, which means that this is a valid minimum weight. And whenever we find a valid minimum weight, we have to try larger weights, because this is valid, but we're looking for the maximum valid minimum weight. So how do we increase this number in binary search? Well, we move left to wherever we have mid plus 1. Now left is larger than right, so we can end the loop here and return the result 3. So with all of this in mind, let's go with the code and hopefully you will get the idea. First, we need a check function. This requires some limit or minimum weight, and in the extra we need a heap. This is an array with a tuple initially with 0 and 0. And just to be clear, remember that the first value is the weight, the second value is the node. We need an array for distances where every value is initially k plus 1, so we do this times n, and we can say that distances at index 0 is initially 0, because the distance from the source to the source is 0. Now we can say, while we have a tuple in the heap, we pop it, heap q, heap pop from h, and this will give us two values every time, a weight and a node. Now we can say if the current node is the destination, meaning it's equal to n-1, then we return true. And this is a very common Dijkstra optimization. We can check if the current weight is strictly larger than distances at the current node, then we can just continue and avoid iterating neighbors. If we are still here, we need to try neighbors. So for every neighbor weight and neighbor in adjacency list at the current node, first we check if the new weight is strictly smaller than the limit, because in this scenario the limit is no longer the smallest weight, so we have to continue with the next neighbor. If we are still here, we say that the accumulated weight is the current accumulated weight plus the new weight. And if this new weight is strictly smaller than what we have in distances at neighbor, we can actually go to the neighbor, so distances at neighbor is now equal to the accumulated weight, and heap q dot heap push into heap a tuple with accumulated a neighbor. And after the while loop down here, we can return false, because if we are here, this means that we never reach the destination and return true, so we just return false. Now we can continue with the left and right bounds of the binary search. So we can say that left is initially post infinity, right is 0, n is the length of online. Remember that we are given this array, and we need an adjacency list. This is a default dictionary with a default value of an empty array. Now we need to fill this so we can iterate edges for A, B, and W in edges. First we check if not online A or not online B, meaning if any of the two nodes are offline, we can skip the edge and continue. Else, adjacency A.append, and every time we use a tuple with two values. First the weight, then the destination node, which is B in this case. And every time we need to update left and right bounds for the binary search. So left is the minimum between what we have and the weight, and right is the maximum between what we have and the weight. Now we can say that the result is initially -1, because in the description it says that if you don't find a valid path, we have to return -1. We want to return this result, and here in between we can say while left is smaller or equal to right, mid is equal to left plus right minus left divided by 2. And if check with mid is equal to true, this means that we can actually use the current value as the minimum weight. So we want to try larger weights because we are looking for the largest minimum weight. So we can say that result up to this point is equal to mid, and now we can move the midpoint to the right. So left is equal to mid plus 1. Else, meaning if check is false, we need to reduce the midpoint. The way to do this is right is equal to mid minus 1. And that's it. Now let's submit this and see if it works. As you can see, this works and it's very efficient. Regarding time complexity, heap operations require log n. Binary search requires log n also, so overall time complexity is big of the amount of edges plus log of the range of weights because of binary search times the amount of nodes plus edges times log of the amount of edges. And space complexity is big of the amount of edges plus the amount of nodes. So this is it for this problem. If you found this useful, please drop a like, subscribe, and see you in the next one. Bye bye.